Hey you guys, I'm going to be reading out loud days 13 and 14 review book assignment. Atmospheric pressure and density. Air pressure and density are directly related. The denser the atmosphere, the greater the weight of a given volume of air, and therefore the greater air pressure it exerts. Atmospheric pressure, also called barometric pressure and air pressure, is the pressure due to the weight of the overlying atmosphere pushing down on any given area. Measurement of and changes in air pressure. Instruments called barometers are used to measure air pressure. Two types of barometers are used, the mercury barometer and the aneroid barometer. In a mercury barometer, a tube with a closed top is placed in a container of mercury. When a column of air from above pushes down on the mercury in the container, the mercury rises in the tube. The air pressure is read in inches of mercury. In an aneroid barometer, a metal can contains a partial vacuum that expands and contracts with changes in air pressure, and a series of mechanical parts display a reading on a dial. The mercury barometer is the standard reference instrument, but is difficult to transport, and there is the danger of mercury vapor. Standard air pressure, 1 atmosphere, at sea level is 14.7 pounds per square inch. 29.92 inches of mercury, or 1,013.2 millibars. Barometric pressure in millibars can be converted to inches of mercury using the pressure chart in the Earth Science reference tables. The barometric trend shown on weather maps is how the magnitude of the air pressure has changed over the past 3 hours. So I'm going to underline that. That seems important. Air pressure is often shown on weather maps by the use of isolines called isobars, as shown in figures 7.6, 7.8, and 7.22a. Effective temperature on air pressure. Changes in the temperature of the air pressure cause changes in air pressure. As the temperature of air increases, the air expands and its density and pressure decrease. Decreasing temperature has the reverse effect. Effect of water vapor on air pressure. The greater the amount of water vapor in the air, called moisture content, also humidity and humidity, the lower the air density and pressure. So I'm going to put that. More water vapor equals lower air density. Each water molecule in the atmosphere replaces another molecule of air, usually oxygen or nitrogen. Since a water molecule weighs less than either an oxygen or nitrogen molecule, the greater the amount of water vapor in the air, the less dense the air as a whole becomes. Effective altitude on atmospheric pressure.
Pictures, Mommy.
When I'm done with this, okay? Effective altitude on atmospheric pressure. As altitude or elevation increases, atmospheric density and pressure decreases. As you go up higher in the atmosphere, the less gas there is above you. If you ever have climbed a high mountain, the lower air pressure and thus less oxygen was the reason you were short of breath. So, I'm going to underline that. The lower air pressure, less oxygen. So I'm going to write down here, less air, bless you, pressure equals less oxygen. To summarize, as either altitude, temperature, or moisture content in the atmosphere increases, air density and air pressure decreases. Review questions. Number 8. A balloon carrying weather instruments is released at Earth's surface and rises through the troposphere. As the balloon rises, what will the instrument generally indicate? 1. A decrease in both air temperature and air pressure. 2. An increase in both air temperature and air pressure. 3. An increase in temperature and a decrease in air pressure. Or 4. A decrease in air temperature and an increase in air pressure. Number 9. An air pressure of 1,023 millibars is equal to how many inches of mercury? 1, 30.10,
130.
2, 30.15, 3, 30.19, or 4, 30.21. Number 10. An air pressure of 30.15 inches of mercury is equal to 1,017 millibar, 2, 1,019 millibar, 3, 1,021 millibar, or 4, 1,023 millibar. Number 11. Which weather variable is the following instrument designed to measure? 1, visibility, 2, relative humidity, 3, dew point, or 4, air pressure. Number 12. A barometer indicates a pressure of 30 inches of mercury at sea level. At 3.5 miles above sea level, it indicates a pressure of 15 inches. What is the best conclusion you can draw from these data? 1. Humidity affects the pressure. 2. Temperature affects the pressure. 3. Of the total mass of air, about 99% is within 3.5 miles of sea level. Or 4. Of the total mass of air, about 50% is less than 3.5 miles above sea level. Number 12. At sea level, as the temperature of the atmosphere decreases, the air pressure usually 1, decreases, 2, increases, or 3, remains the same. Number 14. Which graph best represents the relationship between air temperature and air density in the atmosphere? Number 15. If the air humidity increases and the temperature remains the same, the air pressure will decrease, remain the same, increase, or 4, first increase, then decrease. Number 16. What is the appropriate elevation above sea level at which atmospheric pressure is 0.2 atmosphere? And number 17. As a parcel of air increases in altitude, its pressure will decrease, increase, or 3, remain the same.